The last few years has been a very rough time for the overall global aviation industry, though now things are changing for the better as there has been a pickup in aircraft orders and deliveries again. Within Asia, there has been 2 airlines that received new aircraft from Airbus, which will be an integral part of their future. These deliveries occurred within a few days of each other during the end of November, the first being China Airlines receiving the first of its Airbus A321neos, and Cebu Pacific receiving the very first of its Airbus A330neos. The first aircraft that I'll be featuring is Cebu Pacific's brand new Airbus A330neo. Recently, the Manila-based budget airline received the first of 16 Airbus A330neos, which the airline had previously ordered as part of a landmark deal during the Paris Air Show 2019. Worth around $4.8 billion in list prices, that order would see Cebu Pacific agreeing to take on 31 jets, including the Airbus A330neos, along with the brand new A321XLRs and A320neo aircraft. With the delivery, Cebu Pacific will be joining 4 other airlines who have already received some of their A330neos within the Asia Pacific, including Garuda Indonesia, Kuwait Airways, Lion Air, Thai Lion Air, and Thai Air Asia X. For Cebu Pacific, the airline has made headlines with the A330neo as the configuration will have 459 seats, making it one of the most dense Airbus A330 configurations in the world. With a higher capacity and better fuel efficiency compared to the previous generation aircraft, Cebu Pacific believes the airline will be leaving a smaller carbon footprint using the aircraft by carrying more passengers during a single flight. Going forward, the recently delivered Airbus A330neo is the first of 2 that the airline is expecting to be delivered before year's end. As for its entry to service with Cebu Pacific, it was originally reported the first flight would take place on December 8th, though that has been since pushed back. Joining Cebu Pacific in welcoming a new addition to its fleet is Taiwan-based China Airlines, which welcomed the first of 25 Airbus A321neos. Of the 25 aircraft on order, this is also the first of 6 aircraft that will be delivered via lease from Airlease Corporation. According to China Airlines, the new A321neos will be the future of its regional flight operations, providing fuel and energy efficiency, a higher capacity cargo hold, a range of operating flights up to 7 hours from Taiwan, and an increased passenger capacity. China Airlines A321neos will have a 180-seat configuration featuring 12 premium business class seats and 168 economy seats, designed to promote touchless services and offering in-flight connectivity. Passengers in the premium business class will also have fully flat seats, which are offered usually on long-haul flights, a trend that we are seeing with regional airlines offering regional premium products. As for the introduction by China Airlines of its new Airbus A321neo, the airline has not made public its plans for its first flight. For now, the aircraft is going through the preparation and certification process in Taiwan. For China Airlines, the delivery of its first A321neo marks a shift of turning to more use of Airbus aircraft for the airline. Already an operator of a substantial fleet of over 20 Airbus A330s, within the Asia Pacific, China Airlines has relied on its fleet of 17 Boeing 737-800s, which will eventually be replaced by the A321neo. Along with a higher passenger capacity, there will be benefits for the cargo operations of China Airlines with the A321neos, as the cargo hold can also use containers. Meanwhile, going back to Cebu Pacific is definitely going bigger as it has been within recent years. While you might see some comments about just how dense the Cebu Pacific A330neos are, it does make business sense for the airline. Cebu Pacific relies on the A330s on its international network from Manila to high-traffic routes to destinations such as Dubai, Hong Kong, Singapore, and Tokyo, with some of these destinations having a strong contingent of overseas Filipinos. Along with using the aircraft for long routes such as to Melbourne and Sydney, it's also used on high-traffic domestic routes like Cebu, Davao, and General Santos. For its operations, the airline does need the added capacity to markets where flight slots are getting harder to obtain, such as in the case of Manila, the main hub. The deliveries of the subsequent orders of these aircraft for these airlines will play a big part for them in the future, especially in the post-COVID recovery in the lucrative travel market of the Asia Pacific. Of the two recent aircraft deliveries and the orders, which of these aircraft are you most looking forward to flying with? And which of the two do you believe will be the most impactful for the operations of either airline? I'd definitely love to hear your take, though in the meantime, this has been Flights in Asia, highlighting the news and updates from the aviation and travel scene in the Asia Pacific. Thank you for watching and have a great day.